Hello and welcome to episode 9, I believe, of the Kilty Canon. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it because I realise that a lot of them have been quite pants. I am trying to improve as much as I can, so thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully week by week it will be a jump into credibility. Obviously this week we've got no matches. That's probably a good thing after recent events. We've got the international break, and as a Scotsman, this brings me eternal pain because we haven't qualified for a tournament since 1998. In France, those halcyon days, since then it's been, well, pretty much utter humiliation, but as a Scotsman, we're meant to be used to that anyway. So, obviously, all the talk amongst Gunners is what's going on with Arsene Wenger. Apparently, after the West Brom defeat, when he spoke to Tony Pulis has came out and said that Arsene Wenger told Tony Pulis that he's going to stay, which I find very hard to believe. I can't imagine him confiding in Tony Pulis in any way, shape or form. Just put yourself in Arsene Wenger's shoes. If you're going to speak to anyone, any manager, would it be the baseball cap wearing, hoof it up to the big man stylings of Tony Pulis? No, but Tony Pulis has had the beating of him. I think he has more wins against Arsene Wenger than Arsene Wenger has against him. So, who's the mug? A lot of people are trying to guess what Wenger's going to do, which, I mean, should we even be in that position in the first place? Shouldn't we know, with 2 months of the season left to go, what Wenger is going to be doing? Obviously, him leaving it so late makes you think that he's looking for a good time to declare that he's going to stay. I mean, I can't imagine him leaving this late and then declaring that he's going to leave. I think he's waiting for a more sanitised, safe moment to declare that he's going to be staying. I can't imagine him signing a 1-year deal. It's going to be a 2-year deal. I mean, we know the offers on the table from the board anyway. I just think a bit of context would be good. I mean, do I want Wenger to stay? No, I think everyone can see that his time is up and he's not getting the best out of what he has declared his best squad in a very, very long time. So if he's not getting the best out of his players, that means that his time is up. But at the same time, I'm not naive enough to think that a man who has achieved so much is incapable of achieving results. Is he capable of winning the Premier League? Well, I mean, I think he's answered his own question in the last 2-3 years. In this current climate, unless he really went out and bought the best there is to offer, then and revitalised the squad, then no, I don't think he can. But at the same time, I'm not naive. Like I said, I'm not naive enough to think that he can't turn it around and do better than he is doing. Let's apply this context and say that he's been there 21. He's been there since 1996. 21 years. This will be, and this is his worst run. 4 losses out of the last 5 Premier League games. Now you apply. That's his worst spell. Jose Mourinho, in charge of Chelsea last season, took them to 10th. We've never had to suffer that. Tottenham have had about 18 different managers in that time, and they've reached the top 4 twice. Man United, when Sir Alex Ferguson left, they've had the ignominy of 7th, 8th place finishes, not competing in any way, shape or form, not playing the football that Man United fans are used to. We've not had to suffer that. Liverpool haven't won a title since 1990. We've not had to suffer that. This is our worst spell. And yes, before you say it isn't good enough. Of course it isn't good enough. A club of Arsenal stature, we should be doing far better than we are. 4 league defeats out of 5, especially against considering the opposition, is far from good enough. But this is his worst spell, and we're still in with a shout at the top 4. For people to say the top 4 is out of the question is blind. There's still plenty of games to go. But if you just take into account our form, then yes, top 4 is out of the question if we continue to play like this, because if we continue to play in the manner we have been, then I can't see us beating anyone. Even Sunderland would give us a good go over the way we've been playing. We can't seem to string a pass together. I mean, some of the players we've got at our disposal, he's not getting the best out of them. Mesut Ozil, where has he been? I mean, he missed the game against West Brom, and now he's jetted off to the Germany squad, and he's apparently fit enough to play against Azerbaijan in the weekend. What's going on with him? I was always confident that he was going to stay, but this, I think, it's been papered over, to be honest. Why didn't he play? Apparently it was a hamstring injury. If it was a hamstring injury, he should not be playing against Azerbaijan for Germany. That's plain and simple. Then you got the curious case of Hector Bellerin. I've just I published an article yesterday regarding Guillaume Balaguer does the Revista de la Liga show on Sky Sports, and I watched that, and he came out, he's got this gossip column at the end, and covers all the Spanish newspapers like Mundo and Marca, and all the stories that are coming out. And apparently, and he confirmed this, that Barca officials have met with Arsenal officials for tentative inquiries about Hector Bellerin and his availability. Now, we all know that Hector Bellerin, one, is signed up to a long-term contract, and two, he has come out many times and confirmed how happy he is at Arsenal, which is music to our ears, because when a player comes through the youth ranks, as he has, and blazes a trail and shows all the youngsters how it's done, then there's an affinity, there's a bond there that's stronger than if you were just to buy a player. He came in and we taught him the Arsenal way, and he's steeped in the Arsenal way. And so if he were to leave before we got his full potential, then that would really hurt. I can't see him leaving, but the Barca, whether we like it or not, is his hometown club. It reminds us very much of the Cesc story, which still hurts if you look back on it. Cesc, I'm guessing, if you look back on it, I think he probably would have regretted it a little bit. He would jump at the chance to come back, I'm sure, but that's another story entirely. But Bellerin's story is very similar. But the difference is we've only had Bellerin for 2-3 seasons in our first team, and we have not got the best out of him yet. I mean, the last 2-3 months especially, he's really slipped. His crossing has been poor. His bombing forward, he's slipped back. Now every player has form dips. That's just par for the course. We need to be careful that we don't brand players pants or awful when it's just a form dip. The only problem is about 95% of our squad is suffering a form dip, and we need a manager who's going to give them now a kick up the arse. He's tried the arm around the shoulder treatment. He's tried to ease them out the team, then ease them back in, and reassure them of their place. That hasn't worked because the bad form is still prevalent. Now we need someone to give them a kick up the arse and say, listen, if you do not shape up, then you need to go. You will be bombed out on the bench, and you will watch matches rather than play them. We need the tough treatment, because what's happening right now is not working. It is not good enough for Arsenal Football Club, what is happening at the moment. We are a laughing stock. Our players are performing about 50-60% capacity. It's just not good enough. Anyway, that's about it from me. The next video I'll be doing probably will be talking about the squad, who we should keep, and I'll talk about some. I'm sure there'll be other stories that will crop up in the next few days that we can dissect. If you have any questions or suggestions, I'm more than happy to talk about them. Just hit me up on Twitter at JockmanAFC, or on my website www.thehotsteppenovs.co.uk or .com, I believe. Either way, or just on the YouTube video, just drop us a comment. I'm more than happy to reciprocate. Thank you for watching. I hope you agree. If not, just drop us a line. I really do appreciate you watching. It's very good of you. Thank you very much for your charity. And words to your respective guardians.